Hello, I am a millionaire from Nigeria, and I have teamed up with a group of millionaires from around the world to bring this awful scandemic to an abrupt end within just a short few weeks from now. Current microchip, because of a global deception that locked down the entire world in 2020, won't benefit the rich, and it most certainly will not benefit the poor either. All right. Rich and poor alike, we must come together to expose all of the lies associated with this grand deception, leading humanity into the horrors of a transhuman society, and stop this evil agenda from destroying the human race. All right. We have no other choice but to unite, because the few most powerful people have set the cause for our destruction so that they could play God. But these are not God, and through our unification, we will defeat this evil group of men, and justice will prevail. All right, let me admit. Okay. Welcome. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's good. That's good. You're welcome on board.
Thank you.
Okay, let me continue now.
Okay, sir.
All right. This, we must unite now because they have given us no other choice. If not, they'll pick us off one by one until until no resistance to their evil plan remains, and humanity goes down into the night and never returns. But Noitulover is a website dedicated to uniting humanity so that we can get back to the real normal and forget about the new abnormal. As millionaires, we will do our part. We will keep this series of Zoom meetings running 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. All you have to do is sign people up for free and bring them here to these ongoing meetings and connect with us. We can offer each of you some time, even one-on-one time. We have the roadmap to wealth and prosperity. All you have to do is ask, and we will share what we know that works to lift anyone up financially. Even the poorest person in the world could be lifted out of that poverty. All right. And so at this point, I welcome you to our Noitulover training. Today is September 19, 2020. And according to the time of our website server, it is 1 p.m. All right, let me admit Dr. Adedara. Hello, Dr. Adedara. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, doctor, can you hear me? Just unmute your mic and talk to us. Your mic is muted. Okay.
He has not come on board. He has not come on board.
He has not come on board. It's like he's having a delay in his connection.
Yes. Yes, having network connection, internet connection.
He's still joining. Okay, let's continue until he joins us. Okay. So, we have come here today to celebrate you as an individual. And by the end of this training today, you will be singing a song. Can you hear the song? Can you hear the song?
Yes, yes.
That's all right. You've got a power. I've got a power. Here we recognize that you each were born free. Yes, you have free will, the power to choose. That is freedom of choice. And so you gotta sing. All right? When you came out of your mother's womb, you had 2 legs, which gave you the right to travel. That's freedom of movement. You also came out with a mouth and the right to speak. So you gotta sing. You are unique. Not 2 even have identical fingerprints. Not even identical twins. And that makes you priceless and beautiful. So celebrate that by singing. Doctor is still having problem with his connection. Is going in and out. All right, so celebrate that, celebrate that, celebrate that. You've got the power. Shout it loud and clear. I've got the power. Okay, Dr. Adedera, you are in. Can you hear me? Hello, doctor, can you hear me? Are you there? Doctor, can you hear me? Wow, it's like you're still having this connection challenge. Oh, it's gone again. It's back. Doctor, are you there? You are muted. You are muted. Just click that mic and then speak to us. Actually, I promised of training him specially today, and he's here, but he's having a problem with this connection, I guess. Just unmute yourself. Click on that microphone button there, something that looks, good. Speak now, we can hear you. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead, speak now. Doctor, can you hear me? Go ahead.
I can hear you now, I can hear you.
Good. It's like you have been battling with your connection.
I can hear you. Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Let me continue now. The first phase of our training is a monologue, and after that, we'll now enter into the question and answer session. So just follow me now as I take the monologue session. While the world may have forgotten how valuable you are as a unique individual, We have come here today to celebrate how valuable you are and how much each of us need you. Noitulover was created to empower you to fully secure your rights to express yourself without fear of being harmed for doing so. All of us are unknown to each other, with perhaps the exception of the person that invited you to join Noitulover. Just like I invited Doctor to be here, this one is one-on-one. Apart from this direct link now, you don't know any other person on this platform. Every other person here is anonymous. All right. This allows each of our unique ideas to be shared with each other without prejudice. We also come together with the intent to unite with one another in the spirit of love. This is a revolution. And isn't it interesting that when the word revolution is spelled backward, it contains within the word love. No, it, you, love, R. It's love that binds us together. Our personal freedom matters, and we can support each other in mutual benefit. Freedom for all. Now, let me pause here. Doctor, can you now see, you asked me earlier in our chatting, the meaning of the term Noitulover. I don't know, as your network is not so stable now, don't know whether you heard me when I explained what Noitulover is. Just unmute and talk to me about it.
Just hearing you now.
Oh, you are just hearing me now?
Yes.
Oh,
the network is so bad. I don't know.
It's so bad. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. I'm going to take that part again. That what we are doing on this platform is a revolution. And that it is interesting that when the word revolution is spelled backwards, it contains within it the word love. And so if we spell revolution backward, we will get know, it, you, love, R, which is the name of this platform, Noitulover.
Wow.
Now, you know, every field has its own jargon. So we in the Kringle Society, this is our own jargon. So you must be inside to understand it. Oh, your line has gone choppy again. Your line is choppy. All right. Let's continue. You will catch up. Sometimes lies are so forceful that they compel people to believe in them. You may be new to this social media platform, and you may have believed all the lies about COVID-19. You may not be ready to accept that COVID-19 is a scamdemic designed to rob humanity of its right to be free. But our blog shares documentations to help you reason out the truth. You may need to suspend your current beliefs about COVID-19 long enough to see these other points of view. Just keep an open mind and use some critical thinking when it comes to this whole thing. The Committee of 300 locked down the entire world over this scam. So this has already impacted all of us. It has seriously disrupted important supply chains such as food and energy. Was this response to COVID-19 necessary? Because humanity as a whole is paying for the cost of this severe response. This is a scripted monologue, but I promise you that after I give you a little tour of our website, we will have a Q&A talking about question and answer. We want you to speak up and share your thoughts too. We are interested in what you have to say. And as a host of this training, I will do my best to maintain the spirit of love within this meeting. This social media platform gives you the tools to build up your influence in the world. That way, more people can benefit from what you have to give to others. It also will allow each of us to group together and develop organizations that can make a difference in the world. The more you use the tools on this website, the more powerful you will become within the world. Some want to be followers, while others want to become leaders. We need both in this world to operate effectively. So at this point, I'm going to share my screen with you. When you log into Noitulover website, you first of all land on the home page. All right. When you land on the home page, this is the beautiful interface we have on this platform. All right. Okay. The first thing that you should do is to send request contact to all the influencers listed here. The first thing that grabs your attention is the list of influencers. You understand? I've already done that, and that is why you don't see any chat icon on my list of influencers. Okay? This is what a chat icon looks like. It will appear right here. When you click on it, you see request contact in green. When you click on request contact, the chat icon will disappear. Influencers are both friendly and helpful. They can assist you in developing your own influence on this website. The truth is, the more influence you have, the more you get what you want out of this world. This number here, look at this number. This number shows how many people the influencer could reach. All right? So be sure to connect with all of them on the list, and you will be glad you did. To officially become a Noitulover influencer, let me readmit Doctor again, is back. Welcome back. Doctor, welcome back.
But the internet is very, very bad.
Oh, terribly. Don't worry.
Terribly bad.
The Kringle Society is going to change that in Nigeria. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. He will soon join us. I'm sure he's eager to know what is happening here. He's coming from the other side.
Okay.
Yes. To officially become a Noitulover influencer, you have to beat this timer here. Look at it. This timer. You need to beat this timer here. You need to sign 2 people up before it hits 0. And you can see your influencer status at the bottom of the page. Here you are. That's it. This is the influencer status. Okay. It only takes about 3 minutes of work to invite 10 people. And I'm going to demonstrate that very shortly. First, you copy the YouTube link here. Okay. Doctor, you are back. Welcome back. The first thing to do is to copy the YouTube link here. Okay. When you copy the YouTube link here, then you now memorize your own code. You can see your code on the profile page. This is the profile page. Your code is the same thing as your username. Doctor, can you see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? All right, let's continue.
I can see. I can.
You can see my screen. All right. Actually, the network connection this afternoon is very poor. Very, very poor. But even at that, we'll do our best. We'll not be deterred by that. So this is where you see your invite code. This is the number of direct referrals. Okay. This morning, my number of direct referrals were 90. But doctor, since you registered, that is the one that is on top now. Okay. And then these are the area of my reach, the number of reach here. Okay. Let's go back here. So when you copy the YouTube link and you memorize your code, you go to Facebook or wherever, any social media platform you think you can reach out to your friends and well-wishers, then private chat them with the YouTube link and then type out your code. Invite your 10 closest friends. They may ask you, what is it all about? And you just keep your answers as simple as possible. The more you say, the more they will think you are trying to sell them on it. Just say something like, it's a place that smart people are going, and that I thought that you were smart enough to be a part of it too. Join if you want. Doesn't matter to me either way. The no pressure approach works best. If they ask you about the 300, then say, the committee of 300 shut down the whole world, and they think they run the world. In a way, they do. But that's only because most people are too ignorant to do anything about their activities. These are not good people. Tell them it's easy to sign up. All you need to do is set a password, and that's it. A unique 6-digit code will be assigned to you as your username. This small amount of effort is all that is needed to get you started on building up your influence. As you can see here by this table, look at this table. About that. Okay, look at this table here. This is what I call the table of influence. If you invite 2 persons to join the platform within 24 hours of your joining, you become an influencer. And if the 2 people you invite also 2 people before their own 24 hours run out, you have 4. And so if everyone continue in this assignment of inviting 2 people in 24 hours, within just 34 days, entire humanity, over 7.5 billion people on earth will be on this platform. This is our goal. The reason why the millionaires are here broadcasting 24 hours a day and 7 days a week is to make sure we carry this information to everyone that is living today, to bring them here so that we can expose them to the information that is available. Because humanity is in danger as we speak. All right. So when everyone duplicates this 3 minutes process, your influence grows exponentially. So good luck to all of you on becoming influencers. Let me show you the practical aspect of becoming influencers. Number 1, you have to copy this YouTube link here. Just highlight it, then copy. Then you go to Facebook. When you get to Facebook, you go to Messenger, private message. All right, then you click see all. Then you search Messenger. You click search Messenger. Okay, you click search Messenger. Then you type some letters to look for the friend you want to add. And then you click here and you paste and send. If send the link, then come here, go to invite code. Look at it. This is called invite code. You click on it, and then you see copy code. Once you click copy code, it will highlight. Once it highlights, it means it has copied. Then you close. Then you go back to Facebook, you click in here, click here, then send. All right, then you send. Okay, yes. Okay. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Okay, now let's continue. So what I'm going to do now is to highlight the link here, copy, then paste it here. I will space it twice, 1, 2, and then I'll come back to the invite code here, highlight it, then copy it, and then I'll paste it here. And I'll highlight the two together now and cut. Then I'll come here and search for a name. It's like I've sent to this one before. Okay, yes, I've sent to this one before. And then I'll just go here, search again. The network is not cooperating this afternoon. The network is not cooperating this afternoon at all. Search again. Let me search again. It's still searching. Wow, 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 wow. All right. All right. I'll click on it like this, then paste, and then send. Okay. I'll search again. Well, since the network is not cooperating, let me just move on to, yes, let's come back to the Noitulover platform and go through the tools that are available to you here that you can maximize it at your own benefit. So let's go to the profile page. On the profile page, if you're having a hard time remembering your password, you can insert your email address here, okay? For the purpose of forgot password only. Wow. He will come in, the network will kick him out. All right, let's go on. So this website respects your privacy and will not spam you or share your email with any other third party. It's optional for those that forget things. You can also place a pin on a map near where you live, so you can also connect with others within your country. Okay, so my location is Nigeria. So the next thing I will do is to come down here to the map and click on reset location, so that I will show you how you can set your own location. You need to set your location so that you can locate with your countrymen and women that are on this platform. How that is done is that I'll go to the map here. You can see that the map now is free. There's nothing on it now. So when you come in, this is how the map will look like. All right? This is how the map will look like. So I'm going to go locate the map of Africa. The map of Africa, and then zoom in to Nigeria. I'll zoom in. I'm zooming in, zoom in, zoom in, and then place near where I live, and then I'll now click on Save Changes. Look at it there, Save Changes. Once you click Save Changes, the pin will come out. Your own will be red, and then you see other blues. Anyone that is blue is the one from other members that are within your country. Can you see? These are members from Nigeria. From Nigeria. Let's see. Look at it. You can see here. So when you see this pin like this, blue pin like this, you click on it. And then you see request contact, so that you can now chat with that person. You see, contact request send. And now, just like you do a Facebook friend request, the same thing is available here. Here, you click on it, you click. This one, I'm already connected with him, so I don't need to wait for request contact. The only thing I need to do now is just to start chatting directly. I'll say, hello, and that's all. This is how simple it is to chat on this platform. Okay, this is a chat from my friend here. He says, sir, will you release of your slot to me, most especially the one coming up by 3 p.m. today? When was that? Today? I don't have a slot by 3 p.m. today. Oh, let me check my slot for today to be sure of what it's saying. Let me check my slot.
Hello. Welcome to
You're
this
welcome.
training.
You're welcome. Okay. Wow. I have slot by 3 p.m. Okay. I'll discuss that with you later. I just noticed that. Okay, let's move on. So I just show you now how to chat on this platform. Okay, how to chat on this platform is as simple as that. So let's move on. The next thing we're going to do is to go to the blog. This is the blog icon. All right. Doctor, can you see the screen now? Can you hear me? Is your network okay now? Hello, doctor. All right, let's go on. Let me show you what is going on in the world today. Oh, it's out again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me play this video shortly.
I've already shed some light on philosophical phenomena erupted from popular culture, and I gladly take a step further by talking about the profound meaning of these different colored pills people extensively talk about on the internet. Although it isn't uncommon to use pills as symbols for certain states of awareness, the best known example is a scene from the movie The Matrix. In this scene, the protagonist Neo is offered a red pill and a blue pill. By swallowing the blue pill, one remains in blissful ignorance. But by swallowing the red pill, one is exposed to the brutal truth of life. Throughout the years, people began to attribute more meaning to the red and blue pill, and even expanded the philosophy with several other colored pills, like the black pill and the purple pill. In this three-part series, I will talk about these pills, starting with the blue pill and red pill, served with a bit of Schopenhauer. Blue pill person lives in an illusion. This illusion shields people from seeing the world for what it really is. Those in power could consciously provide blue pills to dumb down the herd. But on grassroots level, people also, unconsciously, provide blue pills sideways and even bottom up, when the masses take illusion as reality. Simply put, one becomes blue pilled through nurture. When a majority of people is attached to a certain belief system, it's incredibly difficult to change their minds. The Matrix movie shows us that most people that are plugged into the Matrix aren't ready for the truth. Moreover, when their reality is challenged, they will resist. Mostly after great tragedy, one begins to awaken and starts to question all previously accepted realities about this world and realizes that he or she has been living in a lie. This realization often brings about an emotional reaction, which is called the red pill rage. Some stay in that rage forever, while others come to terms with reality. Red pill knowledge contains tons of information about different subjects. People spread this knowledge and their own experiences and observations to teach others what they have learned. Other people's knowledge can be used as a compass, a torch that illuminates the path to our own experienced truth. We see the world through new eyes, eyes that we have never used before. And it's only when we become aware and now see and experience ourselves these things that others told us that the red pill truly kicks in. Although I think that red pill knowledge can be valuable, there is a caution before tumbling down the rabbit hole. The red pill may pull off our blue pill glasses, but it doesn't necessarily lead to truth. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer distinguished a natural way of learning, which is done solely through our own experiences, and an artificial way, which is, and I quote, to hear what other people say, to learn and to read, and so to get your head crammed full of general ideas, before you have any sort of extended acquaintance with the world as it is, and as you may see it for yourself. End quote. Schopenhauer believed that we hardly apply these ideas in a right manner. By gaining ideas first and personal experiences last, we basically put the cart before the horse. I quote, instead of developing the child's own faculties of discernment and teaching it to judge and think for itself, the teacher uses all his energies to stuff its head full of the ready-made thoughts of other people, the mistaken views of life, which spring from a false application of general ideas, have afterwards to be corrected by long years of experience, and it is seldom that they are wholly corrected. End quote. If, instead of removing the veil of ignorance through personal experience, we attach ourselves to belief systems that other people throw at us, we basically go from the frying pan into the freezer. Moreover, we run the risk to feel threatened when these newly adopted ideas are challenged. Schopenhauer also described this, and I quote, "He will begin by rejecting the evidence it offers as partial and one-sided. Nay, he will shut his eyes to it altogether and deny that it stands in any contradiction at all with his preconceived notions, in order that he may thus preserve them uninjured." End quote. Ironically, this man finds himself, again, in the same position that he tried to free himself from, which is the position of ignorance. When it comes to red pill knowledge, I would always separate belief from empirical knowledge and treat this knowledge as it is, a collection of data retrieved in a certain moment from a certain source. I think it's fine to take notion of this data as long as we stay receptive for life experiences, especially those experiences that challenge our beliefs retrieved by the artificial way of learning. What I personally hold in much higher esteem is something called red pill awareness. This is the act of keeping our eyes open, paying good attention to the world, and thinking for ourselves, instead of just having adopted a fixed set of beliefs that put our awareness and curiosity back to sleep. If we continuously adopt large amounts of predominantly negative ideas about the world, from TV, newspapers, internet forums, social media, YouTube videos, and other external sources, we might become so miserable that we decide to shut the door forever. Instead of experiencing life, we wallow away in the abyss we have built for ourselves and deny everything that contradicts our convictions. In that case, we have become doomers. So I will talk some more about pills in the second episode of this three-part series. This episode appears in the near future, and I will dedicate it to the black pill and the clown world. Thank you for watching.
All right. Let me open the floor for our discussion now. Unfortunately, Dr. Adidara, the network is not helpful at all. Okay. So it's time for Q&A. Please just unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead, go ahead. Share what you have with us. We can't hear you. Your line is choppy. Your line is choppy. Unmute yourself and share what you have with us. Are you there? All right. Then let's continue. Let me add the next one, which is okay. Let me sort the newest blog post here. Okay. Here is it. Okay. One of the newest will promise me they will not get the microchip. Let me place that. Okay. Okay, listen to this.
So what do you think about going from human 1.0 to human 2.0? And what does that mean? Going from humans, as we now know ourselves, to human 2.0 has something to do with transhumanism. If you're not familiar with that term, it's about taking humans, as we know ourselves, and melding with artificial intelligence. Kind of like being in the Matrix, if you've ever seen that movie. And that may seem kind of cool to you. We might have some superhuman abilities, maybe be able to think of something and it happens, have some physical abilities that would be almost superhuman-like. That's the idea. That's what you see in sci-fi movies. I'm like, well, I have some time. I think that's many years in the future. However, this idea is now right in this moment. We need to make a decision. And I found out that we need to make a decision about this because I investigated the proposed COVID-19 vaccine. And this is my alarm call to the world. I looked at the pros and cons and it frightens me. I want you to know about this. You need to be very well informed because this new vaccine is not like your normal flu vaccine. This is something very different. This is something brand new. This is something completely experimental on the human race. And it's not just about being a different vaccine. There are technologies that are being introduced with this vaccine that can change the way we live, who we are, and what we are, and very quickly. You might know these names, Elon Musk, who is the founder of SpaceX and Tesla Automotive, as well as Ray Kurzweil, who is one of the bigwigs of Google. These are self-proclaimed transhumanists. They believe that we should go to human 2.0, and they are very big proponents of this. There's a lot of other people that you might know their names. They're also involved with this, so you should look that up. I think the easiest way to explain this to you is to go with one of the front runners for the vaccine and go into a little bit of the history and tell you how they want to make the vaccine. And I think that will speak volumes. So for instance, Moderna is one of the front runners for the COVID-19 vaccine. You should know that Moderna was founded by a person from Harvard, Derek Rossi, and this researcher actually was successful in taking some modified RNA and being able to reprogram a stem cell in the body and change the function of the stem cell. He actually made it genetically modified, okay? So he proved that you can genetically modify something by using modified RNA. So they founded the company Moderna on this concept. It's kind of a new kid on the block, okay? It's not been around that long. In fact, it hasn't even made any vaccine for a human before. It's made no medicine for a human before. This will be their first run. Moderna was in the news recently. Like the other companies, it's fast tracking the vaccine. It's going from phase 1 to phase 2 very, very quickly. In fact, it's gone from phase 1 to phase 3 in its experiments from March of this year until currently. I mean, that is unbelievable. It usually takes 5 or 6 years. How are they able to do this with the safety and efficacy data that we need? And I want you to know that in phase 2, they're only using between 30 and 45 humans. In Moderna's test study, they only used 45 humans. And with the high-dose vaccine group, they got 100% of those people got systemic side effects, 100. That's only in the short side effect profile. In the low-dose vaccine, 80% got systemic side effects. Now, we don't even know the long-term side effects from that. We would need a lot longer time, right? Maybe years. But we do know, based on previous animal studies of using this technology, you can expect possibly increased cancer rates, increased mutant genes, mutagenesis, also increased autoimmune reactions. For instance, in some of the ferret studies, they saw that when the ferret was introduced to the virus that they were trying to protect the ferret from after the ferret got the vaccine, they actually had an exaggerated immune response. It actually hurt the ferret. They had more lung inflammation, more lung fluid, even some problems with their liver. It actually hurt them. They had a poorer response. Those are longer term reactions, and that could be seen with this vaccine, but we don't know the data yet. So it's not without risk. Let me just explain how they would administer the vaccine. So the vaccine, there's an idea called microneedle platform, okay? This was developed by MIT. And they said it could be very easily produced, okay, and mass produced. This is why they're proposing this technology, and many millions of vaccines could be made quickly. They could also be administered by yourself. So the idea is to get a Band-Aid. It looks like a Band-Aid you buy in the drugstore. It's shipped to you through Amazon or UPS or some other shipping service. take it out of the package, you put it on your hand like this, and then you take the sticker off, and voila, you've been vaccinated. So how is that possible? Well, in this Band-Aid, it has little tiny spicules, little tiny needles, and this was designed after a snake viper fang bite, okay, or snake viper bangs. So little snake bites. Anyway, in these tiny little spicules, they claim you won't really feel it that much. A little hydrogel, it's a material called hydrogel. Inside the hydrogel would be a luciferase enzyme as well as the vaccine itself.
Now, look at the three things that the vaccine carry. Hydrogel, luciferase, inside the vaccine. Wow. Well, let me open the floor once again to hear your contribution. I think the network could be better now for me to hear you. Please, what do you have to say? And if you have any question you want to ask, it's time for Q&A. Go ahead. Just unmute yourself and then share with us your thoughts.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
As a matter of fact, the world is beginning to see something unusual.
Yeah.
And with this development now, and it's coming out from left and right,
Yes.
I think the people should be, now they should be informed and should be aware of what is going on. I'm sure there are so many people who are still doubting that things like this will never happen. And I will not blame them, but what they need to do now is for everybody to key in immediately and join this platform in order for us to be aware of what is happening. Because as I was saying during my broadcast this afternoon, I said, how will you feel when you send your children to school and they come back, you say, go and breed this thing, you'll be looking at like you like goats. And you don't know, maybe they have given them a vaccine and somebody is controlling them not to go any area for their father. That is exactly what is going to happen.
Wow.
And if we are not careful, our children are going to be the starting point of all these things, because school will soon be open and you exactly know what it means. Because you will not be there to tell them, don't do this. Yes, you may have told them or informed them that they should not in any way accept vaccine. But by the time they get to school, their teacher can force them to accept it.
Definitely.
And there is going to be a very big danger in the family, a big commotion. I mean, house of commotion where they come back. We appreciate this, your training so much, and keep it up. We are with you, all of us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. You say something. You say house of commotion. You know, there is one movie series in Nigeria. We call it the Twingy House of Commotion.
Yeah.
So, in a way, they want to bring house of commotion back to Nigeria through the vaccine. Now, can you see what is written here, the title here? Dr. Karimade warns of the nanotechnology used in the rushed vaccine. Did you hear that? Rushed vaccine. Ordinarily, before vaccine can be produced in the medical field, it takes about 3 years to come out with a vaccine. How is it possible now that they have been able to come out with vaccine in less than 3 to 6 months? Is it not questionable? All right, let me hear from others. Let others comment. Yes, the floor is open. Go ahead with what you have to share with us.
Hello.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. So thank you for the beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
Well, I think to some of us, it is no longer news that COVID-19 was a fake. It was a hoax. What we are guarding against now, that we are calling people's attention to is the scamdemic too.
Good.
That has been speaking about now. Just play her video. So it is a thing that you should be very, very careful about. There are plans that they want to roll out in the next 3 weeks or thereabouts. And if you are not careful, the world will be doomed. And that's the reason why we are we are now speaking out, and we are speaking louder so that the ears that will obey should obey, because once community members or one of our households is injected with COVID, injected with this vaccine, then the problem starts. So it is better we do not allow our friends, even our enemies, we should also advise our enemies, if we know them, against taking this vaccine. Because once anyone has taken it, then the catastrophe starts. So by this, we should all of us, the little of us here, we are not enough. We should involve everybody, including our enemies, including those that do not even want to hear about what we are saying, because we could have some people over there that are blue-pilled. They don't even believe that COVID-19 was a hoax. They don't even notice about the coming pandemic 2 that is coming. And COVID-19 of 18 that are just that is just dying down now will become the next thing that is coming. That's the reason why we should wake up. I noticed that there are some noise against the scandal too that are going around now. But we should always just wake up, every one of us. We should go everywhere, one-on-one meeting with people, going to the market, going to the public places, and barely telling people one-on-one that this COVID-19 is us, and as well as the one that is coming, so that we should not just close our eyes and be sleeping. So it is a thing we must do, so that these evil people will not take over the world entirely. So this is what we should do, and then we should make a lot of noise to people. They should listen, they should hear. We should not desist until people hear what we are saying, and until they know what is really happening to the world, the evil plan of the people of this evil and of this 300 committee. So we should not allow them to take over the world. So this is just my little contribution that I would like to contribute this afternoon. Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you, everybody that are on this very training.
Wow, thank you very much. This is a very wonderful contribution. So let me bring this training to an end at this point. I'm on top of the hour. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you.